Hello, everyone. My name is Evan Jacobs. Welcome to another edition of Boxing Time with Evan. The fight that I'm doing today is actually the JoJo Diaz Rakhimov fight. I hope I'm saying his name correctly. As far as I know, that is happening December 20th, and this is going to be on DAZN. JoJo Diaz is 28. I can't even say his first name, so I'm just going to call him S. Rakhimov. I'm sorry that I'm doing this so wrong. He's 26. JoJo Diaz is 5'6". Rakhimov is 68. They both weigh 130 pounds. I put them at the maximum limit for super featherweight, junior lightweight. 64 reach for Diaz, 66 for Rakhimov. JoJo Diaz 31-1 with that one loss to Gary Russell Jr. And then you have Rakhimov, who's 15-0. All right, so we're just going to get right to this. This bout's scheduled for 12 rounds, 3-minute rounds, 10-point must scoring system, no mandatory 8 count, 3 knockdown rule waived. Let's go. And this fight is clearly, it's two southpaws, so that should be interesting. But also, Rakhimov, I believe, is the harder puncher. He has 12 knockouts in his 15 wins. JoJo Diaz is more of a pure boxer, and hey, anyone who can beat Tevin Farmer is a pretty damn good boxer, in my opinion. And he beat him on points, although I know Tevin Farmer's due a rematch, and probably Diaz should be fighting him next. But this is kind of where we are at. So they're just coming out. They're standing in the center of the ring. You have Rakhimov kind of trying to touch into the body a little bit. Diaz fighting with the high guard, and yeah, it's all right. So these guys are trading. I like it. They're both standing in the center of the ring. Initially, I was going to be doing and I'm going to do this next week. I'm going to do Joseph Parker versus Junior Fa. At least I think I'm going to do that. Who knows? I might jump right to the Tim Tszyu fight. I saw that Joseph Diaz was fighting, and I wanted to do that fight. And Joseph Parker fighting Junior Fa. Tim Tszyu versus Bowen Morgan, I think his name is. And then, the Zurdo Ramirez fight. So we got fights coming up. Just got to figure out how to get them all in. And I try not to do them the week before, which is why I might beg off from doing the Joseph Parker Junior Fa fight, because it'll just be the next weekend. But we will see. I maybe should have pushed this fight back a little bit. I just was like, I don't know how many JoJo Diaz fights I've done. It'd be nice to kind of get one up there. Whereas I know that I believe I've done Joseph Parker fights. All right. And yes, I'm just double checking. Yes, JoJo Diaz. They're saying that his next fight, as I use my facts and information, which which explains that he signed with MTK Global, which would explain why he would have this bout with Rakhimov coming up. Guys, I got to get that name correct, otherwise I'm going to be saying it wrong the whole fight. And so far, Diaz doing pretty darn well. Maybe doesn't hit as hard, but being busier. So let's sort of see what the judges say in this round. Usually I'm wrong, and then maybe they're going to give it to Rakhimov. All right, so Diaz is breathing heavy, Rakhimov's breathing heavy, and they gave it to Rakhimov, just as I predicted. Just as I predicted. Oh, and right now Rakhimov going to the body. Diaz landing with the right hand. I'm telling you, man, these guys came to do it. And maybe I missed something. Here I thought JoJo Diaz took that first round. He was maybe busier, but the judges gave it to Diaz. And one thing I'm trying to get out of doing when I do this is I tend to get excited, so I'll rub my fingers together. I'm trying to get out of doing that, just because. And then I also still want to do for my friend Anton Porch. I want to do Haney versus Garcia. Maybe we'll make that a Christmas fight. We will be doing that soon, Anton. I apologize. Like I said, I love the request to do fights. What sort of holds me up is I try to get like actual fights that are going to be happening. And according to my sources that I am looking at here, it looks like this is a mandatory fight, and so they're looking for this to happen. Yeah, this is looking to happen. All right, and as far as I know, this is set to happen. Okay, so all right, so now they're saying. Hold on one second, and I may have gotten this wrong. Okay, so they moved up the purse bid here. I'm looking at boxing scene, and so now, yeah. So I am way ahead on this bout. I thought this bout was going to be coming up, and so. Yeah, so basically the purse bid is happening in November. So for some reason I thought it was going to be happening. Guys, I'm all over the place here. Well, you know what? We're still getting this fight, and this way it'll be early for when it happens. It just goes to show you. Like I say, I run a sloppy site. I use Google and I use BoxRec to put in the stats. I try and figure this out. Hey, glad that I'm getting this done. Probably should have done the Joseph Parker Jr. Fa bout today. And, who knows? Maybe I'll make up for it in some way and still do it. Hey, but I've also done 3 podcasts this. Well, yeah, 3 podcasts. I did one yesterday. No, I did one last Sunday. I did one Thursday. So in about 8 days, I've done 3 podcasts. I'm not looking for a pat on the back. I love it. I just figured I had some extra time. May as well get these in the hopper, and especially with the stay-at-home order. Normally I go to the movies on Sunday, so I was definitely going to do one now. Now they also giving that round to Rakhimov. So except for one of the judges. So JoJo Diaz is behind 4 points as we go into the 3rd round. 10 more rounds left, and right now JoJo Diaz has to make something happen to S. Rakhimov. I apologize. Normally I'm at least a little more prepared than I am right now. I'm doing my best here, folks. I'm doing my best. This comes on the heels, this podcast, of the Tyson Jones fight last night, which, by the way, you are watching Boxing Time TV. If you like what you're seeing, please like, comment, and subscribe. Please share these links with your family and friends. Hit me up, direct message me for bouts that you want to see, and just let me know what you think. I can take all comments, good and bad. I'm always happy to hear from people. But where I'm going with that is, so we watched Tyson Jones. I did kind of a small wrap up of it on my Instagram page, Boxing Time with Evan, which is really just sort of a shadow for Boxing Time TV. Boxing Time TV is like my main boxing outlet that I hit every single week. Boxing Time with Evan is something that I want to hit more and that I want to do more with. And who knows? Maybe I'll change it to Boxing Time TV. I don't know. It just seems easier. I've been Boxing Time with Evan this whole time. May as well just leave it at that. Oh, look, and Rakhimov's going to the body of JoJo Diaz. And I'm telling you, folks, Rakhimov is now kind of pulling ahead. This is becoming very, very interesting because I don't believe the real fight is actually going to be this way, but we will see. And I mean, between the two of them, as far as name recognition, JoJo Diaz has a much better record with the win over Tevin Farmer, Freddie Fonseca, Gary Russell Jr., Jason Velez, Andrew Consejo. I mean, it's just a better record. And here, you guys can hear me. I'm scrolling, looking at Google for things. But yeah, but right now, Rakhimov does not care about that. We're in the final minute of the 3rd round, and he's fighting like he's the champion. And JoJo Diaz, has to figure out a way to let more things happen because Rakhimov's beating him upstairs and he's beating him downstairs. That's what they're thinking. February 20th. Guys, we're way early. It's good. Gives us more time to promote the bout. We've also gotten some new followers, folks. I've gotten a bit more followers now. We're nearing the 150 mark in terms of subscribers. I'd like to thank everyone out there for doing this. Please continue to tell people about this. Please continue to share this. Sometimes I've noticed it's sort of around the holidays, people home more. We get a bit of a bump. I'm very, very grateful. I've been doing Boxing Time TV coming up. I think this is our 4th year. Right now, Rakhimov winning that round, Diaz winning it on one judge's card, and Rakhimov winning it on the 2 other judges' scorecards. So Rakhimov is up by 5 points, folks, as we head into the 4th round. And Diaz looking to kind of switch up, find angles. Maybe for him, the thing to do is to counterpunch. Maybe draw Rakhimov out a little bit, but Rakhimov's good going forward and going backwards, folks. So it's very, very interesting. Anyway, just want to thank everyone for the support, for the follows, for the watches. You all seem to really enjoy the Canelo Alvarez, Caleb Smith fight, as well as the Gennady Golovkin, Kamil Szeremeta fight, which I'm actually surprised about the Gennady Golovkin fight, just because you look at that fight, you see that it's 40 minutes, you know that it went that it went the distance, but to still be interested to still just do that is very, very nice, and it's just nice. It's we have a nice little community here of people that care about these simulated fights. I'm hoping to make this the place for simulated fights. I don't know, and I may be wrong, that there is a place actually online that does all the simulated fights, or that does all like the big stuff like I'm trying to do, and even the little stuff too, but I haven't really seen that. So kind of looking for that. And just trying to kind of looking to be that, to hold that space. Whereas I know that people will do some fights, and there was actually someone who recently did Deontay Wilder versus Mike Tyson, which I really wanted to watch. So I'm actually gonna make a note to watch that. Oh, and it looks to me like JoJo Diaz having a better round this round against Rakhimov, although Rakhimov's still coming forward like a tank, still landing to the body, still landing to the head. We're gonna have to see. We're in the almost at the final 30 seconds of the fourth round, folks. This is action packed. It's the kind of fights that you want to see, the kind of fights that we want to bring you on Boxing Time TV. All right, so let's see what the judges say after 4 rounds. We got 8 rounds left. They're saying Diaz is tired. Rakhimov's breathing heavy. Rakhimov up on one judge's scorecard. Diaz up on another judge's scorecard. Diaz up on the next judge's scorecard. So Diaz is narrowing the gap. He's only behind by 4 points as we head into the 5th round. Is Rakhimov going to start pulling ahead here? Is he going to land a punch or knock down Diaz and create something to do that? Because right now, Rakhimov's still coming out, still coming forward. Diaz looking to get distance, looking to counter. Maybe that's what gave him the success in the last round. I'm making the decision now. I'm probably not going to be doing the Joseph Parker Jr. fight. We'll do next week. We'll do the Tim Tszyu fight, and then after that, the following week we'll do Zurdo Ramirez, and then we'll do Haney versus Garcia. How's that, Anton Porch? We'll do that as like a Christmas thing. You can sit back, all of you, get your eggnog out or whatever you do, and enjoy a simulation of Haney versus Garcia. Oh, a lot of punches being on. I'm telling you, JoJo Diaz wants this, and he's landing some hard shots against Rakhimov. And you know, JoJo Diaz is obviously a solid boxer, very fundamentally sound. I'm telling you, if you're beating Tevin Farmer, you've got to be fundamentally sound, because Tevin Farmer is about as good as it gets in that department. Sorry, just drinking my water. I gotta stay hydrated. Oh, going to the body now is Diaz. Telling you, Rakhimov is throwing sharp punches, but Diaz throwing body shots, and that's going to take some of the snap out of the punches, some of the spring in Rakhimov's step out, and Diaz, you know, maybe that's what he wanted to do. Maybe he wanted to get Rakhimov to throw a lot of punches early, kind of tire him out a little bit, touch him to the body, come up to the head and counterpunch, just to let him know, hey, I'm still going to be here for you. And then at some point, I want to do the third bout between Juan Carlos, I believe that's his name, Juan Carlos Estrada, and Sirsat Rungvisai, if I'm saying their names correctly. I know that there's talk of there being a third bout. You know, we can look that up too. Just trying to kind of clean house before the end of the year. Get things kind of organized. All right. Around, I think maybe you could give to JoJo Diaz. JoJo Diaz is obviously tired. Rakhimov's obviously tired. JoJo Diaz 10-9, 9-10. So JoJo Diaz winning that round on two of the judges' scorecards. JoJo Diaz only behind now, folks, by 3 points. As we move into the 6th round, can he continue what he's doing? Is Rakhimov going to turn it up? Are we going to see? You know, it's been six rounds. It's been fairly even. What are we going to see over the next 6 rounds? We're going to learn a lot in this 6th round, because that could tip the scales for the rest of the fight. And once again, you are watching Boxing Time TV. If you like what you're seeing, please like, comment, and subscribe. Please share these links. Please tell your family and friends. Please, just direct message me. Let me know bouts that you want to see. Give me a follow on Instagram, Boxing Time with Evan. Like I said, going to try to do more with that. We'll see. Oh, and JoJo Diaz taking it to Rakhimov, which may not be the best, which may not be the best move. I'm telling you, I think he's better when he's counterpunching. And right now, I'm telling you, Rakhimov just doing those little things. JoJo Diaz, if he can just be busy, if he can just match him punch for punch, I'm telling you, can stop this fight from going in the direction where Rakhimov takes over. And we're going to have to see here. Both fighters are tired. They're both giving ground. But I'm telling you, I think the distance is going to create some distance for JoJo Diaz to land certain shots and maybe negate what Rakhimov is trying to do. All right, Diaz is obviously tired and has a cut over his eye. Rakhimov's obviously tired. All three judges giving that bout to Rakhimov. So right now, JoJo Diaz once again behind by 6 points. We're going into the final 6 rounds of this fight. Diaz is cut. He's going to have to summon something here, folks. He's going to have to, not get hit with shots like that. He's going to have to jab. He's going to have to move. And I don't know that he's going to be able to do it. I want to believe that he can, but I believe that Rakhimov is only going to better. But look, JoJo Diaz countering now. And maybe he hurts Rakhimov, and maybe he swells his eye, or maybe he drops him. Going to the body there is Diaz. He's finding good movement, finding good range. He doesn't want to keep getting hit like that, but he keeps getting hit like that. I'm telling you, Rakhimov is like a tank. Telling you, Rakhimov's finding a way to do it here. Although JoJo Diaz landing, we are in the final minute of the 7th round. Has JoJo Diaz fallen behind too much? We're going to see what the judges say as Rakhimov is doing everything that he can. Diaz is game. He's trying to figure this out. He's got a live guy in front of him and making you kind of wonder, maybe he should have taken the Tevin Farmer rematch. Considering, and look at that, landing those 3 shots. JoJo Diaz, really, landing shots on Rakhimov. These guys, as this gets down to the wire, folks, we have 5 more rounds of this. I think this is only going to get more interesting as it goes on. JoJo Diaz may not have the power of Rakhimov, but he has a lot of boxing skill. He has a lot of boxing acumen, and he's figuring out ways to draw out Rakhimov and land like that, and that scores points, and that builds to the fight as it continues. We have 5 more rounds going into the 8th round now, and now Rakhimov is cut over his eye, just like I was saying. JoJo Diaz pulling, counterpunching, and takes that round on all 3 judges' scorecards. Folks, we have 5 more rounds. This is a 3-round fight. Can JoJo Diaz rally and pull this out? Have we seen the best of Rakhimov? Now, Rakhimov isn't coming out. He's thrown out a lot of punches early. JoJo Diaz, this is where his punch output. This is where his conditioning. This is where everything that he brings to the table could come to the fore. But is he taking a gamble by going into the lion's den with Rakhimov? He seems to be doing better when he's at a distance and when he's counterpunching. Let's see what happens here in the 8th round. So straight punches from Diaz. And he's going to the body now, Rakhimov, and he's landing up top. He's landing up top. This is such a razor thin fight, folks. It really could go either way. I don't know that we've ever had a Boxing Time TV bout in the 8th round be this close, and I might be wrong, but we'll see. Can JoJo Diaz keep this up? Had an unexpectedly tough challenge, I believe. I think that's the thought is, get by Rakhimov and then fight Tevin Farmer, or maybe Tevin Farmer loses and they don't have to fight him. But we will see. JoJo Diaz is tired, Rakhimov's tired, and it's up to both of them now to kind of you know, who has the most heart, who wants this more. If I'm JoJo Diaz, and he takes his shot to the body and Rakhimov. Like I said, it's dangerous for JoJo Diaz to walk into the lion's den like that, folks. He gets dropped, and he gets dropped hard. Is he done? Is he not going to get up? Has this sapped him? I think that it has. Rakhimov stops JoJo Diaz. Folks, it was a back and forth. What a fight. What a fight. Just when it looked like JoJo Diaz might be coming on, he gets stopped, and I warned before that. You don't want to go into the lion's den, especially with a puncher, especially when all night you've been drawing him out, especially when you've been counter-punching. That's been your game. Rakhimov kind of turned the tides on him, drew out Diaz, and knocked him out in the 8th round. The winners S. Rakhimov by a knockout. The fight lasted 8 rounds. Diaz was knocked down one time and has a cut over his eye. Rakhimov was not knocked down and has a cut over his eye. The scores, as you can see, razor thin: 68-65, 67-66, and 66-67. So one judge had it for Diaz. The other 2 judges had it for Rakhimov. We had to see where it had to go from there. There was a long way to go. Folks, thank you so much for tuning in to Boxing Time TV. If you like what you've seen, please like, comment, and subscribe. Please share these links. Please tell your family and friends. Direct message me for bouts that you want to see. Give me a follow on Instagram, Boxing Time with Evan. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for tuning in to Boxing Time TV, where our motto is, why wait? Watch it now, then watch the real thing when it airs and compare. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time.